sense. If you're worried about Sharia law coming to Western society because we're not at war with Iran, or we want to end the war with Iran, you should also be worried about Christian nationalism, because it's almost the same thing, just in a different package. On both extreme sides of Christianity and Islam and Sharia law and Christian nationalism, there is a wanting to put women as submissive, as wanting to take women's right away to vote, of encouraging women to not work and only submit to their husbands and produce children. There is also wanting to replace a democratic system of governance with a religious way of governing people. There is also saying that there's less LGBTQ rights, less abortion rights. They're very, very similar in the way that it's their ideas are right and everybody else is wrong. And it's funny how when you talk to people who believe in Christian nationalism and they justify their war with Iran, they like to say that, that's going to be Sharia law is going to take over Western culture if we don't put down this regime in Iran. Or when Zoran Mandami was elected the mayor of New York City, everybody was like, Sharia law is going to come. It's like, if you're going to worry about Sharia law and everything that you say that you're worried about Sharia law, about how Islam is going to become the dominant religion and that it's going to take over the government and women are going to be forced to wear certain clothes and be submissive to their husbands and be restricted, then you should be concerned about the same thing about Christian nationalism, about taking any faith and taking it to the extreme levels. And that is the problem of why we should not have politics and faith married together, because faith is about a personal relationship between you and your Creator and how you fix yourself, make yourself right before God. That is what faith is about. It's about a personal relationship, about you understanding that there is a God above you, that makes you humble, that makes you understand that you are not a perfect person, but you are loved by a perfect person. And through that understanding of that love and that respect for God, it informs you and it helps you decide of how you treat other people around you, how you make your daily decisions, how you treat your family members, how you treat your spouse. It is not so that you can take that faith and pound it into somebody else, because above all else, faith is about humility, not about who's right and who's wrong, not about trying to force somebody else to believe that the way that you believe, because that's not them believing the way that you believe. That's them making a choice out of fear. And that is not how we govern, because it's like the perfect example is that movie, Kingdom of Heaven, where they would yell, God wills it. And then you talk to people that are Christian that are okay with this war with Iran, saying that basically God wills it. No, he doesn't, because the same people that live in Iran that we're bombing right now, God also created those people too. And so when you come into that understanding that we are all his children, that he loves them just as much as he loves you, and you actually have that true humility of what it means to have a faith, you are not going to be okay with the killing of anybody else, with wars just in general, because you know that God loves that person just as much as he loves you. Even if they don't believe in him the same way that you believe in him, they are still his creation. So don't be okay with Christian nationalism.